We are live. All right, Skyrocket Racing. I don't have a red microphone. I feel like I need to make a digital red microphone to stick in your face all the way into Mexico. So I'm here on a Google Meet meeting with Juan Herrero. He just got back from Italy. He's in Mexico City. And thank you for graciously agreeing to talk over the computer about some of the stuff that happened at your race. And we're going to talk about your race, the Carrera Cup. And we're going to talk about a little bit of the history with the Carrera Cup. And, and we're going to talk about the event that's coming up. And sure. I'm really excited to do this. This is the first time I've done a kind of over the internet interview. So this is awesome, Juan.
Cool.
Thank you so much for
honored to be the first one. And thank you for having me.
Yes, this is awesome. So you went to Italy.
Yeah.
Tell me how that was. I remember Italy very fondly, racing with those folks over there. RC racing in Italy is just otherworldly outstanding.
It is. I mean, it was the best RC week of my life, man. It was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Seeing the way people in Europe and specifically in Italy, how they see the hobby, how they treat the hobby. I mean, these guys, most of them live for the hobby and they breathe and live fully the hobby. So it's a really exciting way to see how they do that stuff. So I flew from Mexico City to all the flights from Mexico to Italy are canceled now because of the pandemic. So I had to fly. Yeah, through Spain, so I flew to Madrid, then from Madrid to Palermo, which is the capital, which is in Sicily, and then from Palermo, it's an hour drive to Sciacca, which is on the other side of the island, and it's a beautiful place, lovely beaches, and it's a very touristic spot.
Okay.
Mainly for Italians that they go there and spend the summer vacationing. So it's a small town, beautiful, very.
I saw the pictures on Facebook, man. I'm super jealous. It looked like you were racing in paradise, man. It really did look awesome. The pictures were phenomenal.
Yeah. It is. So and not only the place. I mean. Sicily is known in Italy now. I learned that it's like one of the best places for food in Italy.
Yeah.
Because everything is so natural. I mean, the food was spectacular. I mean, I don't think I've ever had food like that. And you could literally take a tomato from the tree down the two blocks down. And
that is man. So So the last time, I've been to Italy to race. I went to Fiorano, the track in Fiorano. And it was a great experience. The hospitality was super awesome, and I'm assuming it was the same, in Sicily. We Gubbio is another track in Italy that I've heard about, and I saw the video that they produced for the track in Sicily. So maybe next year, what we do is organize a trip to go back. Maybe we have a couple of races. We stay over for a couple of weeks and go to a couple of tracks.
I want to go to Fiorano for sure.
Yeah. It was an awesome trip.
Yeah.
And Ferrari is in Fiorano as well. They have a facility that they produce some stuff for Ferrari, so there's a lot of Ferraris driving around in the town.
Exactly, and you can go to the factory as well, so the Ferrari factory. So that should be a great experience.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you, how'd you do?
Huh?
How did you say? I'm going to ask you, how did you do?
Great, man. I mean, this track used to be like a classic European track.
Yeah.
Over there, they say they have low grip, but it's really medium to high for me. I mean, here in Mexico and South America, we have lower grip than that.
Okay.
But this track, Fabricio de la Pola, who is Gianni's cousin, Fabricio lives in Italy. He's also from Venezuela.
So Gianni Giorgio, we're talking about from Energy here in the States. Yeah, perfect.
He's the one that invited me, and really grateful for inviting me. And it was great. He had a terrible experience because he missed his flight twice.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He was on the taxiing to the runway, and they had to cancel the flight because they had to do an update. So he flew the day after, and when he got to Rome, Alitalia was on a strike, so they canceled.
Oh no!
it was a disaster. So he got to the track on Saturday with all the with the schedule all flipped up. So it was a bit of a complicated race for him. I didn't really see him that much because he was only there for 2 days.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but what I was saying that Fabricio, what he did was he repaid and like redid the whole track from scratch. So he basically torn down what they had before and made it like a Steel City type track.
Okay.
Also grip wise. So even for the Italian guys, they were like, man, this grip is so high. They're not used to having so much grip. So lucky for me, I've been
to Steel City.
Yeah. Too, because if not, you're completely lost. I mean, the grip was even higher than Steel City.
Interesting. I didn't think that was possible.
Me neither, but it was higher than the Nats.
Wow.
In August, yeah. So I got there and started with the car, and my car wasn't drivable, so they helped me out. There were some guys that were testing since Wednesday, and they said, no, dude, use the setting, do this for camber. I mean, basically it was to take out grip from the car and fast, no, and less likely to break it. The track has like a perimeter wall all around it, but it's different than Steel City because Steel City is like a rectangle.
Yeah.
The big walls are like on the outside. Like if you have a runaway car, you kill it. No? But here, the barriers are like all around the track. So if you missed it, you break it. I mean, I think I broke the car like 6 times. I don't think there was a driver that didn't break the car. I mean, and there were top-notch drivers.
Yeah.
There was.
Yeah, but that makes it fun, right? It makes it fun. You know you can't be safe. You have to drive hard, but stay in the stay on the track.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, on Sunday before the main, I was like at my highest level. I was confident and all that, and I put in a new body because it was already torn. So I went, I'm just gonna try to see if everything is perfect, and bam!
Oh no!
Hit the car on the end of the straight. It didn't turn in. It went straight, and I mean I bent the chassis. And
oh my gosh!
Really, a really bad hit, but I'm glad that it happened because my strategy at the race was I know people are gonna break the car, so I'm just gonna like go maybe 95% of my level.
Yeah.
and finish.
And finish. Right. Yeah.
So that was the strategy, and it worked out. I finished second. So
really? Well, congratulations, man! You came home with the goods, right? The trophy. That's awesome.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah. Go grab it.
There's a trophy.
That is outstanding. Look at that.
And Trofeo Max.
That is brilliant. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That is killer, man. That's awesome.
The thing I like the most is this. I don't know if you can see it.
Made in Italy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, good. I am so happy that you went and had a great time, man. You know, I'd like to do some of these things, you know, with you. Maybe the next time that you go somewhere overseas, I'll give you a buzz, and maybe now that I know how to do this, you know, we can live vicariously through you. But hopefully, the next time you go to Italy, I'll be with you.
Another thing that I really liked about this race is that the Trofeo Max Power is a race that Massimo Fantini does every year in a track in Italy. You know? So this is not like a national race or the Worlds or something that the drivers have like all this pressure on them that they have to perform, they have to win because I mean that's their jobs. No?
Yeah.
All the pros. So here they were so relaxed. No? You could like walk up to Balestri and hey, what are you doing? What are you doing with your car? I'm doing this. Talk to his mechanic Manucci. What do you think about this? Yeah, do this and that.
That is brilliant. So it's not. So when we were at the Nats, that's the last time I saw you. People were focused, and they were focused from day one. We were talking about this before we hit the record button. They were focused from day one. You know, one of the things that I noticed when I was out in Italy was that they have a very communal spirit, and they're competitive. They want to win, but it's also about having a good time, right?
Yeah.
Mains Day, everybody's focused. But before Mains Day, let's go have a beer. Let's have some cappuccino. Let's get something to eat.
Yeah, actually, that thing, a funny thing happened on Saturday. Every day between 1 to 2 p.m. it's like the track is closed. No cars can arrive. You can't turn on your engines. No? Okay. But on Saturday, Bonnie Christian, the owner of Matrix, sponsored an Aperol Spritz break. So two barmans came in. They put in a table and they started giving out Aperol for everybody. It was really hot, so it was a very nice drink to have because it was very refreshing. And everybody sat down and started talking. I mean, of course, Bonnie Christian was there. Gino from Hot Race was there. Salvatore Shep he's one of the biggest distributors of brands, RC brands in Italy. Of course, Massimo Fantini, Alessio Mazzeo, Silvio Hacker. I mean, all of these big names where they're just hanging out, having drinks.
Oh my goodness! I know you were next to yourself. That must have been so exciting.
Yeah. And I mean, we were talking like between us. I mean, like most of us RC fans would pay to be sitting here at this table, like hanging out with this guy.
Yeah.
This is the source of Italy for RC and most of Europe. So I mean, the amount of knowledge and things that they know there and they do is amazing. I mean, these guys are so focused on their craft. You know, I mean, for example, you see Gino, the guy from Hot Race, is so concentrated on tires and this and that. I mean, it's only focused on tire, and that's their specific job, and they do it perfectly. You see Fantini, you go to his pit table and he has 30 engines, 20 pistons, 30 pistons, and he's changing and moving things around. He's focused on making that engine.
I feel like if I went to that race, just sitting in the pit area would make me at least a half a second a lap faster.
Yeah, it is. I think I learned more about setting up the car in this week than I've learned in 3 years.
Yeah. You know, and that's one of the benefits, I think, of travel. I feel like, you know, I've been blessed and lucky, however you want to look at it, to be able to say that I've been to tracks, you know, all over the world. I've been to tracks in South America. I've been to tracks in, you know, Italy and Germany and here in the States, right? So I do think that we need to encourage more of the RC racers from all over the place to not only come to the States, but also leave the States and go to some of these races. And for exactly that reason, I feel like we'll elevate the hobby, you know, as a whole.
It opens your mind a lot. I mean, I used to think I was crazy and insane about the hobby, but now that I came back from Italy, I know I'm in diapers, you know, and these guys are so much crazier than I am.
That is funny.
Times 40 people, 50 people. So it's and like we were speaking before, I mean, this is what I love about this hobby. I mean, meeting people from different countries, different cultures. You can put your race car in a suitcase and go race in China if you want to.
Well, but just think about us, right? So, you know, we've seen each other now maybe 4 or 5 times, but, you know, I mean, full disclosure, I'm coming to come see you in a month. We're going to talk about your race here in just a minute. And I would not have had that opportunity, nor would I have felt comfortable or confident, because I don't, you know, I'm just going to go to Mexico to race. Like, what, you know, it's nice to know somebody and to have that familiarity. And I feel like this hobby affords us the opportunity to make friends in areas that we wouldn't normally, you know, be rubbing shoulders with people.
And really good friends and connections to people that think the way that you think.
Yes,
and like
I agree.
the stuff that you like. A guy that lives 10,000 kilometers away from where you live.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, right. Us right now, Tom, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about that a little bit. I'm gonna drag something onto the screen. It's recording, so you're not gonna see your face anymore. You're gonna see your logo. So this is gonna show up here. So this is La Carrera Panamérica, and this Americana, I apologize. This is a race that's powered by Hobbyshop.mx. That's Juan Herrero's, you know, his hobby shop down in Mexico City. It's in November, so it's about 4 weeks from now, maybe 5 weeks from now. So tickets are still cheap. I'm going to be there. You know, I'm going to be having fun. I'll bring my car, but I'll also, you know, poke around and maybe call some races and things like that. I will post details about hotel, travel arrangements, and all of those things that Juan sends me in the comments below in this video. So if you want to go, I'm going to post this everywhere, Juan, just to let you know, Facebook,
Thank you.
WhatsApp and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see if we can get a couple of people to come down with us.
Great.
Make some new friends.
So, sure. That's amazing. I'm really happy that you're coming, and hopefully you can encourage more guys to come with you. And there's people from Peru coming.
Oh, awesome.
So of course Mexico. So it's going to be a pretty nice race. So
talk about the history. Yeah, tell me about it. So when we talked at the Nats, you told me that. Well, I mean, so this is where the name for the Porsche 911 Carrera came from, right? So tell me a little bit about the history of this event.
Okay, this is the motorsport event that has the most heritage in Mexico. I mean, the race dates back to the 50s. I think 1954 was the first one around that time. So back then, on the first era of the race, manufacturers Ferrari, Porsche, they all sent their best drivers to race in a rally. This is a rally, and this rally was also made because the president at that time, on those years, he built a highway that crossed the whole country. So in order to promote that highway, he made this race, and that's why people from all over the world came. So it's been going on for a very long time. There were some breaks that the race was not held, but nowadays the rally it changes their route every year. But the main idea is to cross the whole country, and it's a rally. But the main category is of vintage cars. So it's the same cars from the 50s, 60s that are racing.
And that's starting. I think you said tomorrow, and then it goes. How long does it run for?
For a week.
Okay, awesome.
It goes for a week. So I mean, these cars are heavily modified. I mean, it's like a Studebaker from the 50s, but it has a NASCAR engine inside.
Nice. Of course. Like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, it's a very good show to watch these cars. So I've been this year we took the management of our local track, which is called Circuito Ajusco. It's in a very well-known volcano in the south of Mexico City. It's not an active, actually it's an active volcano, but it's not.
There's no lava.
And so two other friends and me, Fernando Esteves, Luis Manuel Calderon, and myself, we partnered to manage the track for 2020. So we've been working, and of course the pandemic has been like an uphill battle to bring more people in, but slowly we've been getting better and better. And our last big race was in August, and it was a national race. We had around 70 drivers.
That's awesome.
From around the country, so it was great. Yeah, there was some guys from Costa Rica as well here. So it was pretty good. And this is going to be our second event, our second big event of the year.
Okay.
During November, the rain has stopped because here in Mexico City it rains 6 months out of 12, so it's a lot of rain during the year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Florida is similar.
Yeah. So it's just stopping now. I mean, it's kind of stopping the rain. So in about 4 or 5 weeks, we should have no rain, which is great for racing, especially if you come from far away.
Right.
We don't get rained out. I mean, I'm not going to wood, but so it's a perfect time to have the race. The track is at a very high altitude, so we use 40% nitro on our engines.
Oh wow! Okay, I like that.
Yeah, and you have to play a little bit with the shimming of the head.
Okay.
You have to remove some shims in order for the combustion.
The compression,
The compression to be higher. So it's nice because you learn things that you wouldn't normally do.
Well, we just talked about that, right? So I'm up for the challenge, and I saw pictures of the track, and I'll post a link to the Google Maps picture of the track location. So it's so full disclosure again, full transparency. I was supposed to go to the race, the Formula One race in Mexico City, because it's one of the most inexpensive normally on the calendar, but COVID really jacked that up, so I'm not going to the Formula One race. So I will be there for your race, though. So we're flying into Mexico City Airport, and then we're going to drive south and stay in a hotel. Like I said, I'll post all of those details in the link below. So what can you tell?
Actually, that you come to the race and then you stay for the Formula One race.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Formula One race in Mexico is insane. I mean, the crowd is
Yes,
insane.
I've heard
It's always,
great things about that race. I've heard, you know, everybody that has been has said that you have to go. It's an experience.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's and now, I mean, if Checo gets in the podium or wins, I mean, the city's gonna.
It's gonna erupt. Yes, yeah, exactly, exactly. So listen, talk a little bit about the logo on you. I mean, we talked just very briefly about that the last time. So tell me about your hobby shop. Tell me what you got going on down there in Mexico City.
Yeah, so like you, I've been involved in the hobby and trying to do some retail and selling stuff and all that. And before the pandemic, I said, okay, I'm finally going to do my online store. My sister helped me out building it, and it was just going to be a hobby of the hobby, you know.
Yes.
It really sold $30 per month, and I was happy with that. But then the pandemic hits, and everybody's locked up, and suddenly there's a sale, and there's another sale, and another one. What's going on? You know? So my wife and I started like shifting focus from our jobs to that because there was a higher demand. So we started hiring people and getting better systems. And I guess during the months of the pandemic, the hobby shop grew 10 years in 1 year.
Wow.
So
that's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even believe it myself.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, listen, congratulations on it. I'm glad that you're doing well. Like I said, I will be there in November, and you know, obviously, I'm bringing the camera and the red microphone, so we'll have you know, wall-to-wall coverage of you know, La Carrera Americana.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna get that right. I'm gonna get that right. You know, man, look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today. I'll get this video processed and posted, hopefully either tonight or early tomorrow morning, and send you a couple of links. And man, I can't wait. I haven't been racing since the Nats. My car is actually still broken downstairs. I shed a tear. Yeah. So that's not the car that I raced. That's the old car. That's a CO3 up there. Yeah, I just leave it up there because I have that nice picture. But the car I race is downstairs and it's still broken. I have to put it back together.
You still have time.
Yeah, I do have time. But I was so sad because I tried to win in the first lap. You know how that works out.
No, and here in Mexico City, 10 scale is the main scale.
Awesome.
That's the scale that has the most drivers. So you're going to be able to shine here.
All right. Well, I'll do my best to shine. I'll do my best to shine. Hey, Juan, thank you so much for doing this interview with us, and you know, I'm really excited to come down and take some pictures and carry on and see what life is like in Mexico City in a couple of weeks.
Awesome, man. Can't wait. Thank you for coming. You're going to be our guest of honor, and we'll wait for you here.
Awesome.